Float's gone. There he is. There him is. Ooh, that feels like a good fish too. That float went down that quick, folks. I mean quick. This is a hard pulling rascal right here. Let's get back here to the back of the boat. I mean a hard pulling. They're mean this time of year. Look at this fish. Y'all seeing this? It's giving me some trouble. And a lot of it. Ain't that amazing how hard them fish can pull this time of year? And we're going to talk about that. My opinions, why they pull so hard. That fish is full of eggs. Absolutely full of eggs. Come on back here. That's a big female. Quit. Won't quit. Come on in here. Golly, what a beautiful fish. That's a big one too. For around here, it's a big one. Woo. Folks, it's a blessed day. And this is a great fish. Quit. God, what a chunk. I want y'all to look what a big, fat fish right. I want y'all to look what a big, fat channel cat right there. That's a healthy fish. And with the type of tackle I'm using today and the method I'm using, this is a lot of fun. This is made to order for everybody. Let's get this fish back in. As you can see, that big fat belly is a female. So I'm gonna let her back so she can do her job. Blessed day out here. Whoa. I'm using a circle hook right here, and this is a size 1/0 circle hook. They're easy to get out, and they'll normally always hook them right there in the corner of the jaw, folks. And I'll just grab it just about right there and just twist it out. And that's it. She's loose. What a fat fish right there. There she goes. She's gonna go ahead and have a chance on completing her spawn. I tell you, that was a big female full of eggs. I'm not out to keep them today. I'm just out to have some fun. But I caught that fish on a slip cord. I'm slip corking for catfish. Now this is a very effective technique this time of year. Right now, currently, the water temperature is at 70 degrees on top. That's perfect. These fish are in pre-spawn, and some of them are actually spawning. But I would say the majority is in pre-spawn right now, the channel cat. So my rig is really simple. This is just a 1/0 eagle claw circle C hook. Is what I'm using right here. It's a small hook, and I'm using fiddle worms. Here in North Alabama, we call them fiddle worms because probably, and that's been around for many years. Let me tell you, folks, it's probably because of the way that we get them. And I'll explain that to you. Well, I'll just do it now. You can get them in a lot of different ways. What I do is I look for surface rock, not too many. I get away from the pine trees completely, and I stay in hardwood areas. And if you're getting them off of somebody's land, if you'll ask permission, they may let you cut down a sapling about that big around, and probably about 16 inches from the ground up, cut it off, and take a saw and saw it on top of it. It vibrates. It is. This looks like a good tree right here. Real good tree. Let's just cut it off about 10 to 11, 12 inches from the ground, like that. Okay, here we go. We're going to start right here. Now this should be a perfect place right here to get them up, folks. Now that vibration is going to bring them out of the ground. They cannot stand it, folks. They can't stand it. These little root systems, these little trees and stuff around are sort of interlocking together. And they will shoot up on top of the ground just here directly. Now what they'll do is they're going to shoot plumb up on top of these leaves. They cannot stand it. Now look right here. Y'all see that? Now that's a small one right there. That's a real small one, but still it's a good, that's just an earthworm. It's not a redworm. It's not a night crawler. It's an earthworm. And that's a small one right here. We'll get a big one or two to come on up. This is no doubt about that. Usually it don't take but about 3 or 4 minutes. Golly, what a worm. Look here, folks. That's a good one right there. That's a dead blame good one. If you'll use pine straw and wet it and pack it over the top of those worms in the whatever container you want to use, folks, they'll last several weeks. Just keep that pine straw a little bit wet, damp, not real wet, but damp. But get away from the pine trees, get in the hardwood thickets. That's what I do. That's my rig right there, a 1/0 hook, split shot, about 8 inches above the hook, a slip float, a bead, and I caught that fish probably around 5 feet deep. Yeah, about 5 feet deep, and that's a uni knot right there, which will slide up or down the line with ease. The thing about a uni knot, when you tie one of these for a slip float rig, and I failed to mention that in a crappie video, which I had the same deal going, is don't tighten it tight. If you tighten it too tight, it will actually burn the line, but if you tie it snug, it won't. So that's real important on that knot right there. All right, that's what we're using for bait. Y'all can see big old earthworms right here. Now, one is normally enough, and I don't ball them up on a hook. I'll go about midway and hook them. Then I'll hook the dude again, like that, and then one more time. Okay, that's got an appearance of a bigger bait than what it really is. Sometimes I'll go ahead and put another one on there, but usually one, if it's a big earthworm like that one, is enough. Now the reason why they like these earthworms is because they stink. Most worms don't put out the odor that an earthworm does, or fiddleworm. It's a musky smell, hard to describe, a smell of its own. It's not as quite as bad as a poot, but it stinks pretty bad. But what we're going to do is go on back up here and see if we can catch another one. Whoa, can we catch another one? Come on, kitty, 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 catfish, kitty, kitty, poo, kitty, kitty, catfish, kitty, kitty, poo. I know y'all are out there, woo, woo, woo. Huh. Something like, there it is. It's sinking now. It's out of sight. Y'all ready? There he is. Y'all notice how I just reeled. That's all you got to do is reel. This is a pretty good one right here. Golly, this is a lot of fun. This is something that I wished Mama Sue would have went with me. She would have had a lot of fun. I like to see her scream and holler. I would adjust her drag real loose if she is out here with me. So it'd take her a long time to catch it, get that fish caught. But I can't tell y'all how this fish is pulling. This one's putting the hammer down. And a good fish too. Look here. My. One of my fiddlers come off. I love to see that float go down. Golly. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Quit. You're done. You're done. Golly, another good one. Quit. Another pretty good fish. This fish ain't as big. I don't believe it's the first one. But it's a darn good one. Quit. That fish hit it. That float went boom, but it didn't go under. But it was a hard, sharp bite. And it just stayed put. And then all of a sudden, when it went under, the float started coming straight to the boat. So I had to catch up to the float. I just kept reeling and stuck that fish. Okay, let's let him go right here. What it is right here now, folks, as you can see, I'm in 15 now, and it gradually goes on up to about 8, and then all of a sudden it really starts shallowing up. Now right here, that cast right there is over about 7 feet of water, and I'm fishing 7 feet deep. Okay, so that's what's going on right there. Normally when you catch a fish like that that has eggs, a channel cat that has eggs in her like that this time of the year, there's some more around. So that's that's a good rule of thumb to go by. But we're just gonna let that fiddle worm, and I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting that floater just drift real slow. And I get a lot of comments about that. Richard, there's nothing like watching a float go down. And it's true, folks. It don't matter what species of fish that I'm fishing for. I love to see that float just disappear. But now a catfish, a channel cat, this time of the year, and this is what I wanted to talk about, is very, very aggressive. When they hit a bait, they hit it with everything they have, with mean intentions. And when you get a hook into that fish, this is the hardest they will pull year long. Right now, they've got a lot of power. They will surprise you. You'll think you've got a catfish 10 or 12 pounds, and when you get him to the boat, or her, she won't be but 3, 4, maybe 5 pounds. I mean, and they'll feel like they're 10 or 12 pounds. I mean, that's just how much power they have. But, and also what we have right here is a few big flat rocks. They're natural rocks out here. And these fish are pre-spawning around these rocks, and some of them's actually spawning. This is what I look for. Situations like this. Or riprap. Riprap is very good this time of the year. The same riprap that you'll catch crappie down is when those crappie leave, that's about the time that the catfish come in to do their thing. You know, if you're a bank fisherman. So keep that in mind. They love riprap. And we may fish some of that. And they love bluffs. So there's several different things to look for when it comes to catching channel cat. I'm talking about channel cat specific this time of the year. Another thing, believe it or not, is shallow boat dogs, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Skipping one of these fiddle worms or a small piece of cut bait up under these docks, oftentimes you'll get your arm broke. You'll get it broke. And I see a snake. That's a snake right there. He ain't very big, but he's swimming this way. Now, when it comes to floats, fishing for channel cat, you know, I always use the smallest float that I possibly can, and that's what I'm doing right here. But really, they're not as sensitive to, there's one right there. It's down, it's down. I got him. Golly. There's another one, folks. What about that? They're relating right to the corner of that deal right there. My goodness. I'm going to get away from there. I don't want to spook them. Evidently, there's a lot of fish right there. I can't tell you as to how this fish is pulling. I believe y'all see it. I was going to... Golly, y'all seeing this? That's just how much power they have. They got rod bending power this time of the year. But that fish done the same thing. When he hit it, he come out 1,000 miles an hour, and it was all I could do to catch up to him, to get this hook in him. This is a good one. I just let them wear out. I do not try to horse any fish. I want to have my fun. Golly. Look here. Golly. Ain't that something? That's amazing to me. All right, it's just amazing to me. My net's way back yonder way. Quit. You're done. You don't stop. Don't do it. You are caught. You're being a bad baby. No, you don't do that. No. Well, you want to be a... Well, now, this net ain't no count. Not for these. I got him, though. God, that's a heavy fish. That's a heavy fish. That's a pretty doggone good catfish. I'm not kidding. The adrenaline is bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Whoa, it's bad. Whew. I'm gonna have to sit down. I gotta sit down, folks. I like to pass out right then. Folks, I used to use, the truth of the matter is, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. That's a good one right there. A darn good one. But I used to use a 2-aught circle hook fishing with fiddle worms or earthworms. But I think the 1-aught's better. I ain't missed nary fish. And I ain't been fishing here long. I've caught 4. I ain't missed nary with that size 1. The reason is, look at his little old mouth. See that little old mouth? They ain't got that big a mouth. You don't need a great old big hook for such a little old... See? A size 1, 1-aught, or 2 maximum is good when it comes to the channel cat. I can't help it. So, it's a little bit extra today. And if I don't get the adrenaline out when I get home this evening, and if I put some of that on Mama Sue, I'll get in all kinds of trouble. Y'all wouldn't believe. But let's let it go. That's actually a doggone good fish. Ain't that something? It knew I was gonna let it go. That fish knew I was gonna let it go. I felt it relax. I'm not kidding. It knew. Now, when that float goes under, folks, what I do, remember we're using a circle hook, and I've mentioned this many times. Don't get to where you, don't pull the trigger too quick. Just let him have it. When that float goes down, just reel till you get all your slack out of your line, and then just keep reeling. See, I just got bit right there. I don't know if that was a catfish or not, but he's under right now. Let's see. No, that was a bluegill. But that's what I do. I don't jerk, I just reel. If you set the hook, you will miss them every time. If you reel, you won't miss them. You'll catch them fish. You'll catch just about every one of them. But I expect that float to go under right here directly, and it'd be a big catfish or channel cat. Now, every once in a while I'll catch a blue doing this, but most of the time, fishing like this on the Tennessee River, it's going to be a channel cat. I know y'all can't see that float, but see, if I could get closer and for y'all to see how fast and hard that floater's going down, I would. But if I get too much closer, in that depth of water, this trolling motor will spook them. Catfish are very, very spooky. So that's why I'm keeping a long cast away from them. They're real spooky. I've observed that in real clear water many times. All right, are there going to be another one there, or we're going to have to move? Which is it? No, there it is. There he is. We ain't going to have to move. This is a big one. Y'all see that? I believe this is a big male. I had to keep him out of that stuff, folks. He hit it, and instead of coming to me, this one went away from me. Yeah, this is a male, I think. Golly, look at him. He's a darker fish. He's all rolled up into that. Golly, bum. Man, oh man, would you quit? Oh, there he goes down. Yeah, I like this rod. I like them both. Them Shimano rods is always, I've always had good luck with Shimano products, Garcia and Daiwa. Okay, quit. Let's go ahead and net him. But that's a male right there. See how dark he is? Golly. It's a lot of fun, folks. Woo-wee. That's a good one, too. Get in there. That's a big one. I'll show y'all this one right here so y'all can see how much darker he is. Now, the others we caught were females. But yeah, this is the male. Okay, folks, y'all can see how the patterns on that fish, how dark it is. Male channel cats are just like crappie, the male crappie. They get real dark, and they're mean. Y'all seen? Quit. When I got a hook into this fish, how aggressive he was. He come to the top. They're mad right now. Their little hormones is raging like crazy. Okay, let's get him back. Okay, folks, let's let him go. He's mad. Get on back. Whew. That fish is tuckered out. That little bird's gonna poop that little on us. He's gonna fly over, gonna climb. He grab that fish, gonna poop all over. You know, folks, the fact of the matter is, slip corking for a catfish, well, is a lot of fun and very rewarding. What it does, after you catch 2 or 3 of them, it makes you want to catch more. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the comments. Hey, I thoroughly mean this. Thank y'all for all the great comments and everything y'all do for this channel. Whoa. Maybe I can get this Adrilligent out because, yeah, or is there anybody looking? I don't care. I got to get the Adrilligent's got to come out. The Adrilligent has got to come out. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good first.